What's up guys, Jacob Rothenberg here, bringing to you a brand new video on Amazon Kindle self-publishing. What I want to talk today is a separate topic from what I've been doing regarding keywords and ranking and all of that. It's going to be more broad of a topic that I have seen come up in message boards and even in questions that get asked to me directly, which is how do I get started with Amazon self-publishing? How do I get started with making passive income online when I'm broke? Well, first off, I'm going to be really honest. I mean, unless you're willing to write your books starting off, you really need to hone in on having a budget for making income online, generally with most things. I mean, yes, you could, get web hosting, which you still need money for, buy a domain and get started with like a blog. But for something like self for publishing books, where you need to pay money to outsource a lot of tasks, I would recommend starting with at least $500, if not more. Reason being, you want to at least be able to publish two or three books to gain some momentum and have some money flowing in. As having money flowing in is how you get started with growing the business. You need cash flow. So, first thing you can do is from going broke to making more money is simply being better at your day job. If you have a main job, if perhaps you're based on a sales commission compensation structure, be better. Work more hours, sell more fidgets, do what it takes to just be better at your job, get that raise, get promoted, just make the most out of your first flow. Because that first flow of income is going to be your primary income source. And it's going to be a long time, or at least it might be a long time, until something like publishing can ever surpass or even replace your first flow of income, which is going to be your day job. So that's the first thing you can do. Second, you can try working a well. Yeah, I'll bring up first the topic of writing your own books. Number two, yes, you could write your own books. Now, this is great if you are a talented writer, if you have a passion for writing, if you don't mind writing a book in chances that you might not make any money at all. So, if you're going to be doing this to write a book just for the sake of making some money and having some money come in, well, you could be in it for the wrong reasons. And you are. Because, reason being, okay, first, there's no guaranteed success that your book's going to make any money. Number two, if you are not really particularly good at writing, it's going to take you a long time to get through writing a book. And if you gauge it at the amount of effort and the number of hours you're spending writing that book, you could have probably worked a minimum wage job and made more money with the time and sweat that you put through writing a fully fledged book. So, I mean, that's something I would recommend unless you are willing to write books as a passion. I've written a couple books myself, never really expected much back. It's just something that I wanted to do. Lucky for me, a couple of my books did end up making money, and some of them still do make money, which is really nice, and I'm grateful for that. Now, why have this screen here brought up? These are my sales month to month with ebooks, just ebooks, not the paperbacks where I make a majority of my income off of. Why I have this up is just to show how truly volatile self-publishing can be. So I started with my self-publishing journey, I guess you could say, in January of 2017. This is back when I was running a blog, just doing things the old school way to make some money. And I think I read an article on shoemoney.com saying that you could use Amazon publishing to just publish short, super short ebooks. They don't even have to be bought. All a reader would have to do is, or a prospect customer could do, is preview the ebook on Amazon, click on the link to your site, and that's how you could get web traffic. And that's how I started. My first ebook ever on Amazon was simply a 7-page ebook. I never intended making a single cent from it. Honest to gosh. And so for the month of January, that ebook made me $2.35. Okay, nothing to be proud of, Nothing that I was gonna get excited about. However, in February, I did notice that despite this ebook not being of any real significance, it was making money and it was starting to outpace my AdSense, my Google AdSense, the click, 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 click on the ads money that I was making from my blog. So from this point on, I decided, hey, why don't I transpose my articles on my blog to ebooks on Amazon? And that's when things started to grow in March, April, May. I bought Emeka's course, and then uh, that was the story from there. Anyway, going back to the original topic, you can see how volatile it is, even though this is just ebooks. So July, we're at 492, couple months, yay, we're almost double that. Then boo, like even though my paperbacks have been up since, way up, um, things go up and down constantly. So publishing is not really a reliable second flow of income. So if you are broke, don't depend on Amazon to save your ass publishing your first few books. What I would recommend, which is method number 3, is to work a second flow of income. Okay, like AKA getting a part-time job. If you're having a hard time getting employed, there's really no excuse. The economy is great. It's hard to find talent. It's hard to retain talent. People are looking for employees to hire, even on a part-time basis. If you want to have a gig that is flexible, it's in the pun right here, Amazon Flex. What this is basically is another money-making program by Amazon where you basically go to an Amazon distribution center, a warehouse, pick up Prime packages and deliver them to customers around your geographic area. And I think that this program is available in most places nationwide in the United States. Not so sure about the UK and other places, but I have actually personally tried this, believe it or not, recently just for fun. And you do make an average of about 18 to $23 gross an hour. Granted, you have to drive your own vehicle, so this is gross income, not counting expenditures on gas, maintenance on your car, mileage, yada yada. However, that's all tax deductible. So this is a great way to make an easy 100 bucks a day part time, like on a Saturday or Sunday. If you're already working a job and you just want to be able to do this at your own leisure, this is cool. And this is something that I would recommend for just about anyone who wants a second flow of income before being able to buy and produce content for ebooks. Next one I want to recommend is a more well-known program, DoorDash. DoorDash is very similar to Grubhub and other sites that do food delivery from restaurants to homes. Believe it or not, I have tried this too recently just for fun to see what it's like. This is actually a lot easier to do than Amazon. With Amazon Flex, you are having to make at least, I'd say, 10 to 15 deliveries on average during a 3-hour shift. Whereas with DoorDash, you can pretty much work on any schedule you want. It's just that you're going to be making like maybe 2 deliveries an hour. Well, that's usually the average, and you average about 20 bucks an hour doing this. The downside of DoorDash is that, well, sometimes it sends you to far places from delivery to delivery. So you could be driving 5 miles to a restaurant to pick up, and then 15 miles in your local Timbuktu to make the delivery. But this is not a bad program either. In fact, if you want something that's a little bit easier labor-wise, I would recommend DoorDash over Amazon Flex. And again, this could make you 20 bucks an hour. I've done it. That's an easy 100 bucks a day on a lazy weekend day, which is perfect for something like this. And there's also another thing that I have done that actually made me the most money. It's something that Emeka has mentioned before as one of his students when they were having a little hard time starting out getting money for books. He was actually mentioning something that I did last summer when I was just still starting out with self-publishing, which is Fiverr. Now, I think anyone who's watching this video knows what Fiverr is. It's a site where you can outsource jobs related to online tasks. So what I did was offer writing services to customers related to fitness and bodybuilding, but I didn't actually write the articles. Ha ha ha. What I did is I would solicit orders, and let's say I was a high-end writer for bodybuilding and fitness based on my credentials as an elite ranked powerlifter. Yeah. Okay. I would charge more for that pedigree for my writing. All right. So literally from June, and I continued this through August, I would charge upwards of $150 for articles. Sounds crazy, but people will pay that if they think you're good. And so I would charge 100 to 150 for articles. Then I would simply, once I had the money, go back to Fiverr and let's go find a writer that can write my article that I need done. And I would find someone reliable. I would of course look at ratings. Let's just pick this just to make an example. I would just take okay, let's say we had to do 5 articles that someone paid $100 for. Okay, I'd find someone that would do it for $25. So you're arbitraging the market on Fiverr. Now, say what you want about the ethics of that, but hey, it made me $600 in a month when I needed the money to produce my books. So it got me out of a little bit of a rut back then. And this method still works now. There's people who actually make six-figure income exactly from what I'm just describing on a much larger scale. So if that's something you want to link into, props to you, man. So get into that. So those are ways you can get started with Amazon self-publishing. If you have any questions, you can find me in the My Self-Publishing Blueprint group. My Self-Publishing is the program you want to join for making your first $1,000 online with self-publishing. So check that out. Link is below. If you sign up through me, I will give you a coaching session complimentary. So that is about it. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thank you.